Okay, so here's vocab for square roots. You're going to notice that I'm kind of going out of order a little bit on these. That's because I decided I wanted to teach it a different way. We're going to try something new this year, so you'll see. So perfect square is an integer multiplied by itself. So here, let's try this. 3, let me grab a pen here, sorry. Forgot all about doing that. So, so 3 times 3 is 9. 9 is what we call a perfect square. If I have 12 times 12, I get 144. 144 is called a perfect square. So you can pick any number, multiply by itself. You could take 1 times 1, right? And get 1. 1's a perfect square. 13 times 13 and get 169. 169 is a perfect square. Okay? Now the square root's the opposite of that. So if I take the number 9, I'm going to use this symbol. I want the square root of 9. Well, that means what number times itself makes 9? Don't divide 9 by 2. It's what number times itself. Well, we just showed in the last screen 3 times 3 is 9. So, I didn't mean to write part of that there. Hang on. So the square root of 9 is 3, not 3 times 3. Square root of 9 is 3. In other words, what number times itself? Because we know that 3 times 3, there we go, 3 times 3 is 9, so therefore the square root of 9 is 3. Let's say I want to know the square root of 144. In other words, what number times itself gives you 144? Well, that's 12, because 12 times 12 is 144. Now, you can take the square root of other numbers. Other numbers that aren't perfect squares, you have to use a calculator for. For instance, if I wanted the square root of, say, 13. In other words, what number times itself makes 13? Well, that's not easy. It's not like 6 or 12 or, or 5 or whatever. So you have to use a calculator. So you put in 113 in your calculator and push the symbol that looks like the radical on there. And in this case, it's going to give you what's called an irrational number. We'll talk about that soon. But it's 3.605, and it goes on forever and never repeats a pattern. So for ones like that, there is a way to do it by hand, but it's insanely tough, and you guys don't know enough math yet to do it. And I don't remember how to do it. It's been forever since I learned it. We use calculators in the modern world to do that. But we will talk about how to estimate those and what numbers they fall between, though. Last vocab word for today is radical. That's just the symbol that we use. So if I say I want the square root of 4, which by the way is 2, the sign right here, that symbol, that's called the radical. It's not just a great phrase from the 80s.